I'm so happy for these clips and stuff like that are out because, man, it just shows you the people who knew him, the people who walked with him, the people who sang with him, who prayed with him. They stood by him, and then to this day, they still speak highly of the man. So it's just like, why, man? Why? Why do y'all gotta lie? Why do y'all gotta spread these rumors about people, man? Y'all owe him, man. Y'all owe him. It's crazy. Not only do y'all owe him for your careers, but you owe him a freaking apology. Welcome back to another episode of Goat Worthy Reactions, where we mainly like to focus on the goats on this channel. And today we're dealing with the goat of all goats, man, Elvis Presley, of course. Now, we already tapped into Elvis Presley in the Black community part 1. Now, this is a part 2. Someone else posted it, so maybe just like a fan or something like that. Seems like this is like a couples channel. I'm not really sure what's going on, but hopefully there's some good clips in here. Now, what I would say about part 1, though, it really opened my eyes. Part 1 was really the reason why I even dove into the Elvis journey. That whole rabbit hole was because of that clip, because I feel like that part 1 really added a lot of validation to all the naysayers and liars and all the rumors that spread. And it's just like, I can't believe they got away with that. I can't help but think like, wow, they really got away with that, because I mean, by the time it reached me, I believe something else. You know what I mean? So it's really the other way. So here we are, part 2. We're just continuing to learn, keeping an open mind. My mind is completely open. My heart is completely open to Elvis Presley. I do believe he was a good human being, great humanitarian. I do believe he was all those things, and a great musician on top of all that. But on top of the music and all that, we're still learning the music. But what I have learned quick was the character, and that's what I care about the most. I care about the character. I care about the person who's singing the lyrics that connect to me and connect to my community, or whatever the case may be, right? And just all people across the world. So let's get into it. Let's not waste no more time, man. Elvis Presley in the Black community, part 2.
First time I met Elvis, I was in Las Vegas in the 70s. I was the conductor and music director for B.B. King, the blues act.
BB King.
We were opening in the Las Vegas Hilton's main room as the opening act for. Well, we had no idea Elvis was there, nor did she. So we were watching her act from backstage, and in her act, she walked around the main room in the audience, and she always stopped at this certain table.
Look at this, man.
That morning when I walked into the dining room, I spoke. I said, "Good morning." He said, "Good morning." I said, "What are we going to have for breakfast this morning?" He said,
First of all, that shirt is fire. I'm still trying to find me the perfect Elvis shirt. I just got this Beatles shirt. Shout out to the Beatles. I just wanted to show that off real quick. I'm still trying to find me a perfect Elvis shirt, but I like this because it's clean, sleek. But yeah, let's keep it going.
"Fried peanut butter and banana sandwich." And looked at him. I said, "What?" He said, "Fried peanut butter and banana sandwich."
First of all, I love the way she said sandwich. She said fried peanut butter and banana. That sounds tasty.
I said, "I never heard of it." The first time I went in, fixed the sandwich and put it on the tray and brought it back, that wasn't right. His father was sitting there, and he said, "Mary, I'm going with you and help you. And let's see, maybe both of us can get it right." I said, "Okay." And he said, "Let's toast the bread first." So we toast the bread and then spread the peanut butter
I'm taking notes right now. I might want to make me one of these.
on and slice the bananas and put on and put them into the skillet and kept turning them with the spatula.
That do look good.
And turn them till they got heated all the way through. Then I take them and cut them, put them on the.
That looks so good. You know, I'm just going to say something real quick, man. I'm so happy for these clips and stuff like that are out because, man, it just shows you the people who knew him, the people who walked with him, the people who sang with him, who prayed with him. They stood by him. And then to this day, they still speak highly of the man. So it's just like, why, man? Why? Why do y'all gotta lie? Why do y'all gotta spread these rumors about people, man? Especially about good people. Like, why? I just don't understand why people have that in their heart. Like, yes, I believed a lot of the drama growing up about Elvis, but I stayed away from it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a channel at the time. I was young. I just thought, oh, he's a culture vulture, and I just didn't care. I just didn't care about him. That's just like my honest take. I know that sounds terrible, but I just didn't care about him, and I didn't even think I was being ignorant. I just believed what was fed to me. You know, for years I believed what was fed to me. More than just Elvis, on accounts of many things, from politics to culture, music, hip hop, everything, man. So glad I grew out of that. I mean, if it wasn't for Christ, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And I can't help but just always revert to him. You know, I always revert to him when it comes to like, how did I get from that world? But really, I need to not focus on where I came from so much. I know a lot of people like to say where you came from is where you know, that's where you're going and blah, blah, blah. Now, the truth is, it's where I came from. It's in the past. What's ahead, it's much more important. You know what I mean? And if I ever need to revert back, I'm going to look up first. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look up first. I'm going to look for a sign. I'm going to find a way because God always communicates with me. He always communicates with me. When I need an answer, he communicates. He's pretty rapid with responding to my thoughts. If I'm being quite honest, I might just be spoiled. I don't know.
Out and taking them back to me. He said, "Now that's what I want. That's right." And then smile.
Life, but he'll always live because of the fact he was such a beautiful man. I don't care what nobody say. I know Elvis. You know, there are a lot of rumors. Elvis and I sang spiritual together. And,
Let's go.
he kept me from being number one. I was number one soul and he was number one world. And it took a long time, but it's almost like the two rental cars. It made me try harder. And I love Elvis for it. And we'll always pray for Elvis.
Man, oh, James Brown is one of the greats, man. He one of the king of souls as well, man. King of funk, everything, man. But man, shout out to James Brown for pulling up and holding it down for Elvis, man. It's just crazy. It's like, how can the black community allow for that room to go on so long? Look at the kings, the people you guys praise, all the black leaders you guys praise, from Michael Jackson to James Brown to Prince. I saw a clip of Prince talking highly of Elvis. All these guys, right? All these guys, all these legends, and outside of that, the actual people who walked with him, the actual people. Whitney Houston's mom, I've learned because of you guys in the comment section putting me on. Her mom, Whitney, we're talking about Whitney Houston, bro. Like, the list just goes on. It just shows you how cold the world can be, right? But it's good. It's good that it's like that, you know? It's good that this happened, right? Because honestly, the point of all these evil things being spread, all these lies being spread, is a learning curve for everyone. It's a learning curve for everyone. I know I wish I was on Elvis earlier, but at the same time, this is the time. This is the time. This is my most mature state, my most wise state. This is my most, aware state that I'm in right now. And everything just lines up with everything that I've gone through. And the Lord would just line it up for you. You know what I'm saying? You just got to walk it. You just got to walk it. And when you can't walk it, he'll carry you. He'll carry you. But your mindset's got to be focused on, I'm going to keep going. If you have that will in you that I'm going to keep going, I'm going to continue to learn. I'm going to continue to respect. I'm going to continue to grow, mature in my faith. He's going to carry you. He's going to take care of you. He's going to guide you. He's going to walk you through it. I don't mean to get too preachy, but yeah. I just saw James Brown, and I get preachy when I see James Brown because I grew up in a Jamaican household for a few years, one of my best friends, and his grandma loved James Brown. James Brown was the world to her, and that's how I learned about James Brown, living with one of my friends. But anyways, let's continue going. Thank you. I'm so glad James Brown said that though. I already felt good. I'm already on the Elvis train, but I just love to see more and more. I can't get enough of the validation. I can't.
Remember that? Do you remember? It wasn't actually.
Speaking of Whitney Houston, let's go. Speaking of Whitney, you see what I'm talking about? Didn't I tell you? When I put it out there, the Lord just gives it right to me. I mean, obviously I was going to eventually run into her right in this clip, but the point is, I just spoke it. The words just came off of my tongue. I could have said it after this, right? And I wouldn't have, because it would have showed up and it would have been a thought already. But because I just thought it and it just popped up right now, literally right now, I just think that's just, what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's God. I'm just saying that it's supposed to, hey, it is God. What am I saying? What am I saying? Excuse me. It is God. And it's beautiful. It's just meant to be. All this is just meant to be. You guys are meant to be watching me. I don't care if it's just 100 people watching this. 100 people were meant to watch this. I was meant to watch this. You're watching it with me. We're going to learn each other. You're going to learn about my life a little bit because I talk a lot. And, I'm going to learn about you guys in the comment section. I'm learning about Elvis. I'm learning about Whitney. And all we're doing is learning in our minds. Are just growing. Our hearts are growing as well at the same time if you're genuine. And yeah, it's beautiful. I love this.
You don't really meet Elvis. You actually just look at Elvis. Okay? My mother sang with Elvis for years.
Oh, man, I love that.
Her group, they were called the Sweet Inspirations.
The Sweet Inspirations. Okay, I got it. I seen that in the comment section and I forgot what they were called for a little bit, and then I saw someone actually reached out to me, man. Someone from the Sweet Inspirations family members reached out to me. They love the reactions I've been doing to Elvis, and they literally want to like talk to me. Like, I don't know how legit everything is, but it seems pretty legit. When I'm gonna tap more into it, and I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys up to date. But many people have been reaching out to me, by the way, ever since this Elvis train I jumped on. But someone from the Sweet Inspiration, someone's family member, I don't know who they're related to, but yeah. So we might have an interview on our hands. Who knows? I don't know. I'm willing to sit there and talk to anybody. But yeah, let's keep it going.
They also sang for Aretha for many, many years on most of the.
Oh wow.
And the,
Aretha Franklin, she's a queen too. Hold on, run it back a little bit.
she and her group, they were called the Sweet Inspirations. They also sang for Aretha for many, many years on most of the in the 60s. They were on all of Aretha's songs. Well, Elvis took a liking to them, and my mom sang with him for many years, and they were very close. I just remember at one point being in a room, and we were all in this room, my mother and the singers, and we, the usually backstage kind of thing. And he just walks in the room with his mink on, with his glasses on. Oh my God. And he just walks in, he says something, and everybody just, you don't say anything, you just look. It was just one of those moments I won't forget as a kid. It wasn't like, hi, Mr. Elvis, nice to meet you. You didn't do that. You just sat back and just looked at him. It was amazing to look at. Just amazing. Just to be in his presence was awesome.
Right. I just love that. I love that. First of all, I love what she said about you don't meet Elvis. You just kind of like just look at him. You just pretty much you just experience him, right? And if you think about it, man, you think about Elvis. You think about the aura he carried on television. For those who were around and saw him on television, or even after those who were young as Whitney was young when she met him, right? Even those in that age bracket who saw him on television or just watched his videos or saw concerts or whatever the case may be, televised things. You saw the aura there. Could you imagine what that aura was like in person, up close, and then him directing his energy toward you and speaking to you and saying something nice or kind to you? I mean, it's amazing to even think about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even there, and I'm like just thinking about it sounds amazing, right? I hate to say it, you know what I'm saying? I know some people get tired of me bringing up Eminem, but it's a testament to why I'm here right now. It's a testament to who I am. I know Eminem. A lot of Elvis fans feel like Eminem is just like, oh, crazy rapper, talks about murder, killing, blah blah blah. His mom. I mean, man, let's not be those people, all right, guys? I know some of you guys in the comment section is really not coming at me, but coming at Eminem. And don't compare Eminem to Elvis. You'd be surprised how much of a parallel they have. There's nobody more like Elvis than Eminem. There's nobody more like Eminem than Elvis. Literally, in the world of celebrities and music and all that, they've lived such a parallel life, much different in the home. But to put it short, Eminem has that aura in the hip hop world, where he walks into a room and people who talk crap about him, who, these people who talk crap about him, talk behind his back, but when he walks in the room, they're in awe. When he walks in a room, he's like the rap god. He has the glow. I can only imagine Eminem walking in a room and me meeting him. I don't even know if I know what to do. I'd be like Whitney. I'd be a little child. I'd just be quiet and just like, my whole focus would be to respect him. My whole focus would be not to do anything that could possibly ruin this moment. You know what I'm saying? So even with Elvis, like, can you imagine meeting Elvis? Like, oh man, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. All of this is just amazing. I just love getting the contextual stories and just the credence it adds to who he is, who he was, and who he will forever be, right?
That time well, when they first called, the girl said, Elvis Presley, oh my God, what are we gonna do? I said, hey, it's a gig and it's a good one.
Oh man.
So we went, and when we got there, it was nothing like what we might have thought, because it was just wonderful. It was really wonderful. He was into gospel. So every once in a while when we finished rehearsing with him, we just sing gospel, all of us,
Wow.
And we just had a good time. Good money and good pay and it was nice atmosphere, and we didn't go around with him as his friends. We worked for him.
You don't have people talking about you like this. Like, where are the people who know him? who walked with him, sang with him, and all that, speaking bad about him? Where are those people? The people who actually knew him, not the little jealous ones, not the haters, not the other celebrities who started rumors 20 years later, not those people, not the Chuck D's, not the Stevie Wonders of the world, not those people. Where are the people who walked and knew him, who are saying they don't exist? They don't exist. That just shows you where are the stories. Hey, I was with Elvis one day and he said this and blah blah blah, and I can't believe him, man. I had to check him. I had to tell him, hey man, you don't talk to people like that. Where are the stories? Where are they? They'd be all, because the rumors are all over the place, right? The people who are spreading these lies around, they're all over the place spreading these rumors, right? So where are the real? If there's that, if it was real, there'd be some real stories out there, but they don't exist, man. They don't exist because it's all bull crap. It's all bull crap. And then you see what the lady says, right? Treated well, paid well, taken care, professional. You know, they had a professional relationship as well. It's just like, come on, man, make it make sense. Make it make sense. And I feel terrible because it's like this is what happens in the black community. Honestly, I gotta go straight to the elephant in the room. This is what happens. Even though maybe some white people who really hated him back in the 50s and stuff when he first got started, started all this stuff about him. But at the end of the day, they were mad more so because he looked, moved, and danced and sang like us, as opposed to what the black community, it was the same reasoning, but they hated it. So it's like, it was a lot of it was definitely jealousy. Absolutely. A lot of people didn't have that James Brown approach where Elvis kept James Brown from going #1. But you know what he said? He said, he just made me work harder. Just made me work harder. And he loved Elvis. He said he loved him. He prayed for him and they sang spiritually together. I mean, you cannot fake it for that long. My point is this. You can't fake it for that long. You can't. It runs out. The stories come out. The truth comes out. The light shines bright on all that evil darkness. At some point, you're going to get there. We still have not gotten there, though. You know where we have gotten? Further and further into the beauty of who the man was. And when I say beauty, I just mean character, man. Just character. I love his music. Don't get me wrong. I love his music. I really feel like he's the king of music, period. You know what I'm saying? Above Mike. I don't care what the black community say. Above Mike. Elvis is just, he's that guy to me. But at the same time, the character matters the most to me, man. It's the character. I want to hear stories about people's interactions with him. That's why I'm watching these things. That's why I got a bunch of other ones saved that I want to watch, because I want to love the man's character. I want to appreciate his character so that I can truly appreciate the music. So when I hear the music, I know it's real. I don't care who wrote it. I know it's real. You know what I mean?
So we saw him at work or at rehearsals. So I don't know what he did in between, nor did I care. You know, I just doing what I was supposed to do, and we were.
Whitney Houston's mother, Sissy, that's her name, okay, was one of Elvis' backing singers from July to August 1969. Whitney just said she sang with him for years, so I don't know about this date.
The Sweet Inspirations.
Time that we've talked on television, and
I would love to see him interact with the Sweet Inspirations a little more. If you guys got some clips, man, send me some clips, man, for sure. And if you guys want to see the entire journey, man, I'm doing the entire journey. I mean, with the Beatles, Elvis, I'm doing every legacy act that I'm getting requested to do. I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm gonna do it on the Patreon because a lot of these videos get blocked. So I'm gonna do the whole journey on the Patreon from beginning to end, with each act posting daily. So if you want to join the Patreon, go on the link below and hit the Patreon and join the family, man. But outside of that, I'm still gonna be posting a lot of stuff on YouTube because there's a lot of stuff I want to like interact with people. And you know what's the most informative thing for me? The comment section. I read every comment. Believe it or not, I know there's hundreds of comments there. I read every single comment. Monday and Tuesdays. Every day I'm reading comments, but I'm just kind of like reading as many as I can and going about my day. But Monday and Tuesday, I take those days. I don't record. I don't do edit. I just dedicate those 2 days to reading comments and responding. Reading comments and responding. That's why you'll see so many responses there, because I'm spending like 3 to 4 hours a day doing that. just sitting there. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like some of these comments, they're so heartfelt that I feel like I can't just scroll past them. I can't just scroll past them. And you know what, man? Honestly, I feel like Elvis would do that. You know what I mean? I feel like Elvis would be that type of guy. You know, walk past, see a kid with his vinyl out, needs him to sign it. I feel like I don't think Elvis could look at any little kid and just keep it walking. Or any person, period, huge fan, just keep it walking. So that's what happens to me when I'm in the comment section. I'm looking, I catch a comment that catches my eye. I can't scroll past it. I can't scroll back. I got to say something. And then when I say it, I have to be detailed. So I'm sitting there forever writing paragraphs to everybody. But you know what? I'm trying to build community. I like people like this. People who like Elvis, I like those kind of people. You know why? Because they love a man who was a humanitarian, a gospel, God-fearing man, I can't get enough of God-fearing individuals, people. And I love people who are just searching as well. Those people who are struggling, because I've been there. You know, I've been oh, man, I just told my testimony to someone the other day, and my testimony brought them to tears, and then their tears brought me to tears. And we were just two men sitting there, you know, just crying, you know, hugging each other. And we became like this after that day. You know what I'm saying? Now I got a brother you know. But anyways, yeah, let's keep it going. Let's see what this. So this is Arsenio Hall. I know Arsenio, and is that Carlton? No, I said Carlton Banks. Is that Eddie Murphy?
We've talked on television and had interview situations. I've never.
Let me just say something about Arsenio Hall though, real quick. Be careful. Like I said in the last video, like Stevie Wonder, you gotta be careful with Arsenio Hall. He's a legend for sure. He did a lot. He promoted a lot of people. He put people on his show that most people wouldn't put on his show. I give him credit for all of that, but he's a slick talker. So he's a slick talker. Listen, I don't want to predict. I'm not assuming he's going to say something bad about Elvis, but I know I've seen him say something negative about Elvis recently, because I've been looking through videos and trying to see which one I want to react to. And people are sending me links every day. So every once in a while I check a link just to see if the audio is good, because I've been getting bad audios. I do a whole recording. I'm like, dang, that was a bad audio, but I can't do it over. You know what I'm saying? So Arsenio Hall, kind of slick talker. That's all I'm going to say. Eddie Murphy, pretty respectful guy. Speaks even if he doesn't like somebody, he's very respectful in public. So I don't see him saying anything. But, and I don't know how old Eddie Murphy is for him to have, he could have known. Yeah, he's older. He's old enough to have known Elvis for sure. Hold on.
Asked you about Elvis.
What you want to know?
When did that all start? When did the whole love for Elvis begin?
He teases me about Elvis all the time.
But never on the air.
No, but he says, like, if Elvis was alive now, he says, man, you wouldn't even hang out with Elvis. I said, yes, I wish it, man. Elvis would be in the lobby of your house, like, say, man, is Eddie there?
You see?
And I'll be in the room.
Wow.
What's going on, man? He told me to come over.
You see what I mean? That's just. I don't know if y'all caught that. That's just a little taste of slick black folk. We slick, man. We say slick stuff, but that was Eddie Murphy putting it nicely. That Arsenio Hall, he be hating and he be saying slick stuff. It's all about race wars. And I know that may not felt like that just then, but that's what that came from. Trust me. I know my peoples. That's where that came from. It came from like this little. Yeah, he wouldn't even like you. That means that conversation revolved around Eddie Murphy explaining his love for Elvis and Arsenio Hall saying, man, that white man don't like you, man. You wouldn't even hang that white man. That white man. You know, just, yeah, that's what that is.
I know what's going on. All right. But when I was a kid, see, Elvis Presley to me, it's his presence, I think it is. I don't think anyone in this business has had as much presence as Elvis. I don't think anyone's had as strong a presence. I think there have been entertainers. I think Michael Jackson's the only entertainer who's ever been more famous than him. But I think Elvis has.
Michael Jackson. I mean, I can believe that. I know Elvis Presley's the top selling person, but that top selling artist even over Michael Jackson. But it doesn't, fame doesn't always equate to that, you know what I mean? So even Michael Jackson could have been more famous, you know, because of because just of everything Michael Jackson's done. Not that he's done more, but he's done a lot of different things, you know, from the Michael Jackson 5, the story, the movie, then his career, his skin condition, like all types of stuff, you know. So yeah, Mike, more than just music, was in the tabloids a lot, even back then.
More present, like when Elvis walked in the room, everybody just looked at Elvis, you know. When he's on the screen, you looked at Elvis. He just had this thing about him. And he was going through all this stuff with drugs and all this craziness, but on screen and on stage, he always looked like he was in control, you know. And that's amazing, because it was this war going on inside this guy.
Wow, I was just about to say something else, but man, I don't know what video I said this on. I'm sorry. If you've been keeping up with my Elvis reactions, then I think you know. I don't remember what video I said this on, but I literally said that I feel like Elvis be on stage in complete control, but there's an actual battle going on in his mind. And it's crazy because I haven't even tapped into that side of Elvis yet, and I'm going to. Trust me, I'm going to. You know, the struggle he had with the drugs and how much of it was true, how much of it wasn't. Obviously, he just validated some of it, and it doesn't seem like he's trying to slander him. But what Eddie Murphy just did there, though, some more slick talk. I just want to explain to all my people what the slick talk is. Eddie Murphy did some slick talk just now, out of respect, but out of protection. So what he mentioned about Michael Jackson just now, that was slick talk. What he said was, now Michael Jackson, he said what he said, right? Elvis, nobody has the most presence. He started to think about it, like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. Michael Jackson's probably in his prime around this time. So he's like, Michael Jackson might have been more famous, but nobody has more presence. That was him trying to make sure the black community don't just pin him to the wall. You feel me? So, and there might have been some truth to it for sure, but the reason he felt necessary to say it, because he didn't have to say that, right? He didn't have to say that because he was talking about presence. So you don't have to mention somebody who's more famous. You know, many people could have been more famous. You know, many singers could have been more famous at the time, right? But it's not about that. It's about the presence, the aura, you know, and the character. I think Michael Jackson had great character as well, but and they're both great humanitarians. But I do feel like that was a slick move what Eddie Murphy just did in a respectful way, because sometimes you got to do that. You got to show, you got to be slick, right? And it's to secure everybody's feelings. You do your best. You do your best. You don't try and please everybody. I'm not saying that. Let's not get out of hand, but you do try to secure people's feelings because it's the nice thing to do. It's the right thing to do. And why make anyone feel some type of way when that's not even what you meant? You know, clean up your verbiage. You know, take care of your vocabulary, learn some new words, and make sure you're expressing yourself properly. Don't just go out there talking reckless like you got your education from the streets. Like, it don't gotta be like that, especially when you're speaking amongst people who aren't from the world you're from. It's time to clean it up. Speak proper, you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean like speak white, which a lot of people say in the black community. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means speak educated. It's sad when they label speaking white, or when they label speaking educated as speaking white. It just tells you where that person's mindset's from and how much he's learned or she's learned and how much they've been withheld from the real world. You know, it kind of sucks. I can never say I was in that pool.
Man, I'm just fascinated.
You know, because the black community obviously felt.
It keeps happening. It's going to keep happening because this is the topic of the movie. But yeah, so this is outtakes from documentary this time. Is that a good documentary? Should I check it out, guys? Let me know.
You know, and that's amazing because it was this war going on inside this guy. And I'm just fascinated.
You know, because the black community obviously felt that we shouldn't be doing it. So Ebony Magazine, in fact, called us and wanted to know, we got a lot, why are you singing with Elvis Presley? You know, why not? and sometimes we get shot back with, well, you know what he said about black people.
Let's get into it.
That story too.
Notice she said, yeah, I heard that story too. Okay, I don't know who she is. They're not really, the first documentary was a lot more detailed and stuff like that. I do appreciate this one though. I really do like this one, but they're just not like giving, you know, they're not labeling everybody's name. So I'm not sure who this is.
But I also heard the one he said about Mexican people. It's the same story. The one he said about the story is, Elvis Presley said, a black person, I'm using that, can do for me is shine my shoes. Mexicans have the story. All a Mexican can do for me is shine my shoes. That's also attributed to Elvis. Yeah, that's a story. That's a rumor made up by some rock and roll singer who wanted to be where Elvis was, I suppose.
Who's the singer? Who's the singer? I need. We don't need it. We don't need it. We just know. We just know it's someone. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who it is because there was many of them, right? There was many of them. But wow. So there you go. That's probably part of it, of the snowball effect of people just talking mess and then it turning into something crazy. But I do like what she's saying. I like the fact that she obviously knew him and she worked with him and moved with him, and people were asking and judging her, I guess, on the account of her relationship with Elvis Presley. Okay, I like more of this. More people who actually walked with him and sang with him. That's what I want to hear. I love this right here. But I do want to say, okay, it kind of worried me a little bit. I wanted to see what they said Elvis was going to say. Not that I was going to think he said it, but I just like the way she framed it. She's letting you know from the get, her, not only her body language, but just the words she chose. Like, yeah, I heard that story before. That told me right then and there that it was a rumor. You know what I mean? And then obviously they equated that one to the Mexicans. And it's just the same thing being repeated because all they're trying to do, whoever's spreading these lies, they're just trying to smut Elvis's name, ruin his reputation. And it's all out of pure jealousy. I mean, if you're in the game and you're trying to do your thing, you're trying to rise, or you've been in the game before, and then this guy comes out of nowhere and takes over the game, yeah. I mean, I don't agree with you being jealous, but I see why you were jealous. Look at the aura on this man. He's 6 foot. He's tall. He's handsome. Shaved face. Beautiful hair. Style. Charisma. A man of God. Huh? Your wife probably likes him. You feel me? Like, there's so much that's to it. And then on top of that, he's a talented musician. I heard he could play guitar a little something. I got to check out that 68 comeback special. Yeah, make sure y'all join the Patreon for those who want to see. I'm going to be doing all these specials. I'm going to be binging all these specials. Starting next week, I'm going to be binging. I'm doing the whole 68 special. I'm going to do the Hawaiian tour one. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff. Y'all tune in. But anyways, I like the way she's depicting it. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate this, man. It just makes me think about how messed up it is. And you know what it is? The black community, the problem with the black community, it isn't that they want equality. This jealousy doesn't come from a wanting of equality. They don't want equality anymore. They've gotten to the point where it's not about equality. They'll scream equality. They'll scream equality all day to get the policies they need. They'll scream equality all day to get the donations they need to raise these funds for whatever cause, whoever's stealing all this money. They'll scream equality for that. They'll protest for equality. Well, you know what they really want? They want revenge. That's what they want. And they'll never be satisfied. You want reparations? Based on what? You want people who didn't own slaves and aren't racist to pay for the reparations of who? Of those who never were slaves? A lot of y'all don't even come from slave lineages. Y'all don't even come from that. A lot of y'all are first generation Americans. Let's be for real. Second generation American, third generation Americans. You don't count. So based on what? Do you deserve reparations? Based on what? And who should pay that? And where the hell you think that money is going to come from? What you want to do? Raise more gas prices? Raise taxes? Like, it's just the mindset of it. And how much do you want? What if we gave every black person $5,000? Is that going to change your life? Is that going to shut you up? No, you're going to want more, right? And how much is that going to cost? Like, let's be for real. Reparations, bullcrap. Affirmative action, bullcrap. I'm sorry, all of it's bullcrap. It set us back. There's not one statistic that proves that it's helped our community. There's actually many that prove that it's hurt our community. And I think a lot of people back then meant well, you know what I'm saying, when they was building all these policies and stuff. But all these programs, I'm a product of it, man. I'm a product of it. The WIC program for single mothers. That's what my mother did. My mother, you know what I'm saying? I talked to my mother about this today, so I have no shame talking about it on here. My mother married the government. She took all the programs. She kept men out the house. So we weren't raised. I wasn't raised by a man. I was raised by my mom in the streets. I picked guys that I would look up to, certain teachers I would look up to, rappers, celebrities. That's what I did. That's how I became who I became today. I don't regret it. I don't look back and think back of anything. But my mom took the checks. She didn't work. And today, she's ashamed. She is. And she watches my videos. She's ashamed. And I was mad with the day I woke up. It's like 6, 7 years ago when I woke up out of this bullcrap that we've been going through. I was mad. And you know what? I didn't blame her. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the Tupac song. Mom was just a little girl. My mom's just, in my mind, she's just a little girl. And she didn't mean to raise us that way. You know what I mean? But my mother, she might not have been a good guidance or parent, but she was a great nurturer. We always ate. We always ate. We always had a roof over our head. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for everything. And I mean, how can I be mad? Look where I'm at today. You know what I mean? Look where I'm at today. I've reached some type of success where I found a way to educate myself. I found a way to take care of my family. I found a way to make sure my wife is a stay-at-home mom and she's giving our daughter all the attention she needs. You know, I found a way to get on here, have the bravery to sit in front of a camera and express myself and make some people happy, make some people laugh. You know, sometimes I read the comment section and I'm just like, wow, it's crazy. Sometimes I get like long messages from you guys, all the artists I react to. I get long messages and just like, oh man, you made my day. And it's just like long message with personal information in there, you know? And it really makes me feel like, wow, I cannot stop doing this, you know? I cannot stop doing this. And ever since I tapped into the rock and roll reactions, it's just like, I just met a whole different type of person, different type of people, you know? And I don't want to feel like I'm stuck here, because I'm not, right? It's not a place I feel stuck. I love being here. But it's like sometimes I gotta shift gears and I gotta like take a couple of days off and make sure I'm attending to my family, my daughter and my wife and stuff like that, right? But the goal is to do this full time, right? Do this full time. And I need to do it in a way where I don't ever want people to think I'm begging for anything. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna get in front of this camera. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna tell you my experiences. I'm gonna comment on stuff. And if you connect with it and you want to support, that's amazing. That's it. But just watching and clicking the like button, all that stuff freaking helps tremendously. That's all I ask for, because it's the YouTube rule. Hey, hit the like button, share, hit the hype button, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe, all that good stuff. And beyond that is on your own heart. You know, beyond that, I wish I could be here all day, because I could do this all day. I can't. But you know, I work 70 hours a week at my job. I got a full-time job. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. A lot of people think I am because I put out so much content. But no, man, I'm just working hard, man. I'm just working hard because one day I want to be a full-time YouTuber. Not so that I could do YouTube all the time, but because I could be home. I could make my own schedule. I could take my family wherever and we keep working as long as I got my laptop with me, you know. Pay my mom back for everything she did for me. And I have been paying her back, taking care of my mom. Take care of my mom. Take care of my wife. Take care of my kids, you know.
Because as far as I'm concerned, Elvis treated us royally. And
that's cool. That's cool.
If he said it, I don't care, because there's the things that I've said I don't want.
Thank you. Thank you, sis. I don't know who this sister is. Please tell me in the comment section. Eminem had said some racist stuff back in the day. He was like 15, 16. I don't remember how old he was, but he talked about it. He rapped about it. And a lot of people try to expose him. He admits it, and then people try to reuse it as if they're exposing him, which is ridiculous, right? But 15, 16, I got kicked out of school, right? High school. I never experienced anything real. I never experienced no real racism. I'm gonna make this quick. I'm sorry. I never experienced no real racism, but one time I did. It was with a teacher, Caucasian man. Long story short, he put his hands on me, said some racist things to me, and I was in shock because I was like, I've only seen this in movies and heard stories about it from back in the day. I can't believe this is happening to me. Like, this is happening. I'm experiencing a racist moment where a grown white man has called me a racist word, right? A couple racist words, put his hands on me, tried to choke me out. Meanwhile, the guy's not even like, he's like my build, he's like my size. And I'm just like, why am I letting he's handling me how he wants because I'm in shock, right? And then eventually I snap out of it, and I decked him right in the nose. And then that just broke up the whole thing. I guess he was in shock that I actually decked him. But anyways, that's a long story. But I lost my train of thought. Sorry. The whole point is that after that moment, I had real disdain for white people. I was cautious. The white people that I knew already, I loved them. I didn't feel that way about them. But the ones that I didn't know, I was cautious about them. And I said ugly things about white people. I've said some things that someone can call me a racist for. I admit it, because at the end of the day, it's not who I am today, so it doesn't matter, right? And my wife is Italian, my wife is Caucasian, my daughter's white, my daughter's white and black. She's not black, she's white and black. She's biracial. She's both. She looks like me. She talks like him. She acts and talks like her mother. You know, and even if Elvis did say these things, it doesn't matter. And some people would be like, "Oh, you're a coon." Well, Hakuna Matata, boy. I don't care. I have no worries about what Elvis said back in the day. I care about who he is presently, and everybody's getting worked on. And that's the thing. The people who speak like that, they have no faith. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in Christ. They don't follow Christ, and they're missing all the context to why people say things and take them back. They're missing all of it. They're missing the story, the meat and potatoes of why people evolve. It's not that people are changing and being inconsistent. It's that people are evolving. And sometimes when you're evolving, you're stepping up, you slip on a step and you fall down a few. It happens sometimes. But just because I slipped and fell down a few doesn't mean that was my intent. My intent was to go up, but I slipped to some of my old habits, but I'm being worked on and I'm on my way to Christ. Cut me a break. Give me some slack, man. And there ain't enough people giving enough people slack. So when people don't get slack, they just say, F it. Nobody likes me anyway. Even if I'm trying to change, they still won't accept me. I'm just going to go back to my old ways because that's easier, right? And I've done that a few times. And I realized all it did land me in jail. Right? All it did was land me in jail. All it did was get me in trouble, get me into more fights. People got hurt because of it. And I just put people in danger. It wasn't worth it.
I'm going to be an Elvis impersonator. Obviously, you see the irony here. You've got a black man imitating a white man who sounded like a black man.
I love it. The dichotomy, I love it.
What he did for music. He opened a lot of doors for a lot of folks back there during the time when they wouldn't even, quote unquote, play the music on radio.
That's the other thing people forget to mention when they talk about Elvis being the culture vulture. They forget to say, bro, your music wasn't even getting played. Forget about your music specifically. Your type of music wasn't even getting airplay. All of it. So the fact that Elvis stepped out there and made it mainstream, you freaking owe him. Let's be for real. And I'm tired of white people feeling afraid to be bold about, what I'm tired of black people being afraid to be bold to speak up for people like Elvis, right? Allies and humanitarians who've done so much for the black community. I'm tired of that. And I'm tired of white people being scared to be bold about their culture. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything's American culture, right? American culture is everything. Black culture is American culture. White culture is American culture. But if we want to speak, in the nuances, the way these people speak, then yeah, white people should be hella proud. You got a lot to be proud about. You got Elvis Presley, huh? The best musician ever. The king, the guy, right? The biggest superstar, the one. So it's like, be bold about it, man. Be brave about it. Stand on it. Like, who cares how people feel? Who cares? Because at the end of the day, get used to it. Get used to it. The man's owed. The black community owes Elvis. It's crazy that some of them hate him. The hip hop culture in that world, a lot of them hate him, but it's like they don't even realize how much he owes them, because had he not opened the doors for the black music, right? Because black people were running rock and roll for a good amount of time. But let's put it this way. Had he not opened the door and put the light on rock and roll the way it did, do we even have hip hop today? Do we even have Eminem? You know what I'm saying? Do we even have Eminem? And all these people benefiting off today, like hip hop. I'm not even talking about rock anymore, because rock ain't even black anymore. So let's just talk about hip hop. Y'all owe him, man. Y'all owe him. It's crazy. Not only do y'all owe him for your careers, but you owe him a freaking apology.
So this is a tribute to Elvis.
And this guy right here.
At first, yes.
Yeah, they said he's playing black music. He's a white guy.
Yeah, but see, at first he was playing more like rockabilly. He wasn't really getting into the things that he started to do later. But when he started to do that, then he started to turn heads, including mine.
Yeah, it did? So
yes.
What did you see then?
I saw that he had everything. The looks, he had the talent.
He had the
rhythm,
he had the soul.
He had everything. To me, he had everything.
The ladies.
You know, you started looking at the guys, God almighty, he's handsome, he's tall, and he looks good, he can sing, he can play.
Got a lot of women.
Well, I didn't see, I didn't see women disliking him, but he was just, I didn't see him after them either. But I guess had I been...
You caught that? I didn't see him after them either. This is just more stuff that adds to the credence of his character. It's like, yeah, he'll entertain you. Yes, he'll look at you, he'll wink at you. He might even give you a kiss. He might even hold your hand. He's there to entertain. He's there to please you. He wants you to get your money's worth. He cares about you coming out in the pouring rain. He cares about you taking off for work. He cares about you spending, $25, $35, which was a lot back in the day for a ticket. So, yeah, he's going to give you your money's worth. He's going to entertain, and he's going to make you love him even more. But at the same time, he ain't out here just chasing any wig-wag around here, you dig?
Handsome like that, I probably would have.
Black cats, keep away from me. Take my advice, go shinny up a tree. Hard luck, the hardest kind of luck you'll find. I ain't lying, I've got the bluest kind of blues.
In the 60s and early 70s.
Stop it. I was about to go crazy. I was about to stand up. I thought he was going to do some more shanging. I was about to stand up just now.
Tensions between blacks and whites were at an all-time high. Elvis demonstrated his desire for racial reconciliation in the musicians that he chose and the treatment they received.
Look at
him. He believed that he had a certain...
That's the same sister from before. Yeah.
connection with God. Not so much more than anybody else did, but in his search, he was trying to get close to God. So he felt that by helping others...
Let Elvis vote for me. He voted in 1974.
He bought her a house? I've had enough. I can't with you people, man. I can't with you. But you know what? Y'all quiet these days. Y'all notice that? These people quiet these days. Where y'all at now? What's Chuck D saying these days? And that really disappointed me, man. I really like Chuck D, but that's a character act that I can't get down with. It says too much about him. And then he later on admitted that it was just for publicity, just to sell records. Are you insane? Wow. Lost a whole bunch of points from me, but not that he cares, but that was just disgusting. So he over here buying this. Why? What race is gonna buy this black lady who made him a peanut butter freaking banana toasted sandwich? Why he gonna buy her house? What's the point? What's the point?
And he came and picked the house out for me. And I liked it, and he liked it. So he said, well, Mary, this is your house, if you like it.
Oh, my God.
I told him I loved it. It was really nice.
There must be lights burning brighter somewhere.
Ali! I'm so happy I did that one. Oh, that was the end? Well, listen, I really enjoyed that, man. I really enjoyed that a lot. And you know what? All of this is just making everything more clear, but I already knew this was true, but it's more so just like, it's just adding more fuel for me. So when I had these conversations with people, I could put them in their place real quick, because it's important to me. And a lot of people might be like, oh, why are you doing just Elvis? Like, why you only cover white artists and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, wait, first of all, I'm covering classic rock artists, right? That's number one. That's my avenue. I always wanted to do it one day. I just didn't know when, and I covered a lot of hip hop for a long time. I covered a lot of black rappers, a lot of black singers, a lot of black, white rappers as well, independent rappers as well. And it's just like, I don't care that you think there's some other type of motive. I don't care. I don't care. I don't even feel the need to explain. I'm just talking right now because I'm talking to people who probably, more understand what I'm saying right now. But yeah, this is just the stuff. It's just like the black community, they're always going to look, or I would say not even black community, man. It's hip hop culture. The culture, which I spell CULT, capital letters, and then lowercase URE, because it's a cult. It's not really a culture. It's a culture. It's been hijacked, and then that same thing that hijacked hip hop culture hijacked the black community, which also hijacked Black America. All these things are different. I'll explain it in another video, but the point is they've smutted their reputation, they smutted the name, and they're a disgrace to all the people, all the ancestors that really slaved and died, and even from the 50s and 60s and all those hard times they went through. They just smutted all over those people because they sit here and complain like victims today. Meanwhile, back in the day, the ones who paid the price for their freedom today, what do they get for it? Basically, you told them, hey man, you died for nothing because ain't nothing changed. Hey man, you took them whippings for nothing. Hey man, you got them dog bites and all. You got sprayed down, all that. You got hung by a tree, whatever the case may be. That all was for nothing. Cause hey man, we're still victims. We're still going through it. You're not a victim. Wake up out of it. I did about 7 years ago. I ain't never looking back. I'm happy where I'm at today, and I'm happy that I'm here with you guys. Whoever made it to the end. If you made it to the end, let me know. Let me know if you made it to the end, and yeah. Let me know. That's my new thing. I'm trying to find out who actually makes it to the end of my videos. I don't expect everybody to, but if you made it to the end of the video, let me know, please. Just let me know. Hey, say your comment that you're gonna say, but also add, hashtag till the end. I want to see hashtag till the end. Say your comment and then hashtag till the end, because other commenters are gonna start repeating it. I don't want them to know. So basically, just say your comment you was gonna say and hashtag till the end. And I'll give you a special reply as well. And don't forget, guys, join the Patreon if you want to see. Next week, I'm starting the Legacy Act. Next week, I'm starting with the Beatles, 12 albums from the beginning to the end. And I'm starting the Elvis train as well. I'm going to be doing the 68 comeback special as well as the Hawaiian tour, whatever that's called. I got to look into it. I'm doing a bunch of acts. Led Zeppelin, Eagles. I don't know if it's Eagle or Eagles. That's how much I don't know. You see, AC/DC. We're getting into a lot, man. Nirvana. So yeah, get in the comment section. Show love. Hit the like. Subscribe. Share it too, man. Share it with somebody. If you know somebody who loves Elvis, appreciates Elvis, man, share this video with them and see what they say. And yeah, love you. I'm out of here. God is love. Jesus Christ is the way. Follow him. You're gonna be all right.